Alright, hey, what's up, guys? I know the shirt is not pressed. It looks pretty bad, right? Um, Anyways, that doesn't really matter. What I wanted to do, since it's that time of the year, it's the holiday season. It's close to about a week away from Christmas. Um, I wanted to review a Christmas movie. I do have a couple of reviews coming. Just so you know, I am in the middle of finals. I actually just took a final, so I'm pretty tied up with that. I'll do the best I can to get my... I'm seeing The Hobbit tonight, so I'll do the best I can to get my Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies review out to you. Also, to get my thoughts, I was going to do a Vampire Diaries mid-season thoughts and feelings video, so I'll try and do the best I can next week. Probably nothing will come out from me. Just busy all week and then work next weekend. But I wanted to do a video in which I wanted to review a Christmas movie. And this is a Christmas movie that kinda shows what the spirit of Christmas is all about. Like having your friends, your family, everything that you can think of at Christmas time. Because I know that there are some people out there that just don't connect with their family on Christmas. There's people out there that don't even have a family. There's people out there that are homeless. It's just that time of year for like gift giving. This is the time of year to be with family. To me, this is the Christmas movie that kind of encapsulates, kind of shows what the spirit of Christmas is all about. I know there are others, like I just watched I'll Be Home for Christmas last night. If you don't remember that, shame on you. It's like a classic Disney movie. Jingle All the Way, Miracle on 34th Street, A Christmas Story, The Santa Claus. But this is really the one from my childhood that I look forward to watching every year. I like the sequel more, but this is the one that really shows what Christmas is all about and why families should be together on Christmas. So I figured I'd review this one before Christmas. Because, you know, it's that time of year. Family time is very big at Christmas, so let's get down to it. Home Alone. So Home Alone is a movie that was released in 1990, 4 years before I was born. It was written by John Hughes and stars Macaulay Culkin when he was like 2 years old as Kevin McAllister. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin is not coked out on drugs in this. Nor is he dating Mila Kunis. So yeah, he plays Kevin McAllister. He's not 2. He's an 8-year-old. He's a bratty 8-year-old who hates his family. His family pretty much hates him. And everybody in his family, from his siblings, to his parents, to his aunts, to his uncles, to his cousins, yeah, this is one huge-ass family that gets together in the McAllister house in Chicago to prepare for a flight to go to Paris to spend Christmas in Paris. But when they leave for Paris, Kevin gets mistaken for another kid and is left home alone, and the family is on a flight to Paris. Little does anybody know that these two idiots, Harry and Marv, played by Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, are burglars. They're in the neighborhood robbing every house. Nobody knows about this, but Kevin finds out about it later in the movie, and they want to rob the McAllister house, so Kevin sets up a bunch of booby traps to take them down. All while in the festive Christmas mood. Truth is, this kid was awesome back in the day. This was like an 8-year-old kid taking down middle-aged burglars. It was funny. It still is to this day. But the fact that this badass 8-year-old kid now looks like this in real life, like he's drunk, stoned, and coked out of his mind, yeah. Send some warning signals. I wouldn't want to be around this kid. Mila Kunis didn't, why would I? Doesn't take away the fact that Macaulay Culkin is still really good in the movie, especially for an 8-year-old. Usually movies that have kids, like the kids are wicked annoying. You're like, just get the kid off the screen. Seriously. This dude sucks. Somebody kill him. Somebody take like a pellet gun and shoot him in the face. See how that feels. Pellet gun to the face, yeah. Which, saying that, reminds me of a part with a BB gun in this movie, which reminds me of all the funny humor in this movie. Like, seriously, this kid's like the funniest 8-year-old ever. He's like cracking jokes left and right. Like, he is making you die laughing. Especially in a movie that's rated PG, you get an 8-year-old kid, he's like, I'm over here, you dumb big horse's ass. Did an 8-year-old kid really just say horse's ass? Yeah, he just said horse's ass. He must like horse ass. Because that's the only thing you can think of. Kudos to you, 8-year-old kid. And he's not the only good person in this movie. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, they kill it as the Wet Bandits. And here's the funny part about these two. They call themselves the Wet Bandits. At least that's what Daniel Stern as Marv comes up with. And they call themselves the Wet Bandits because when they go to rob houses and like steal Christmas presents from people, they leave the sinks running, put a towel in the drain, and let the water run. And that's how they get the Wet Bandits. They're not the Sticky Bandits, they're the Wet Bandits. The Sticky Bandits are in the sequel. Not the Wet Bandits, we're the Sticky Bandits! Shut up, Marv! Jeez! Yeah, that's from Home Alone 2. Really couldn't resist on that. The thing is that these guys are so stupid, it's so funny. And spoiler alert, for those of you that haven't seen Home Alone, shame on you if you haven't. So, when you see the ticker at the bottom, stop going, yeah, you can take your headphones out or put them back in if you were listening to this with headphones. So an example of these two idiots being wicked stupid is when they go up to the house and they don't realize that Kevin is home. Kevin is home and he's watching a filthy movie, Angels with Filthy Souls. They try to go in, Marv at least tries to go in to burglarize the place, but then he goes up to the door and he hears talking. Kevin's watching the movie and Kevin's got like the volume on full blast. He's watching the movie. And you just hear the guy in the background. He's like, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do to you, snakes. I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. Okay, listen, Johnny, I'm sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 10. And you just see Marv, he's like, holy shit! Oh, oh. And he gets back in the van with Joe Pesci. He's like, oh. And Joe Pesci's like, what? Wait, what happened? He's like, I don't know. Somebody just got blown away. It's like, what? He's like, yeah, there's a guy named Snakes. Snakes. Where have I heard that name, Snakes? I'm like, seriously, dude, you know the kid's Home Alone. You know, you can't tell that that's a TV. Why would somebody have a Tommy gun in their house? Nobody has a Tommy gun in their house. It just blows somebody away for no reason. And there's no guy who sounds like he's from Boston who's like, okay, listen, Johnny, I'm sorry. Okay, that's more Seth MacFarlane, I guess. I'll fix it up. I'll have your money. What money? AC said 10%. Okay, listen, Johnny, I'm sorry. I don't have your money, okay? Listen, I'm sorry. Don't blow me away. Why do you have a Tommy gun? Don't blow me away, Johnny, okay? I'll have your money. AC said 10%. I'm gonna bring you the 10%, okay? Don't blow me away, please. Put your Tommy gun down, okay? We're gangsters doing gangster business here, okay? Listen, Johnny, I'm sorry, okay? I'll go get the money now. That's how it should have went down. And plus, too, I just wanted to do, like, the old-timey, like, 1930s, like, actor's voice that they... For some reason, every actor in the 1930s had that voice. Oh, and me freaking out at the end. For those of you that didn't figure it out, yeah, that was me as Snakes getting blown away. Because, listen, Johnny, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Listen, Johnny, I'm sorry. AC said 10%. Okay, now it's safe to listen. Everything that this 8-year-old kid comes up with, though, for booby traps when they do burglarize his house, oh, hilarious. Like Marv. Marv, for instance, steps on a nail that has the pointy side sticking up, and he, for some stupid reason, is barefoot. I don't know why, but he is barefoot. He stepped in, like, tar or something, so now he's going up, like, trying to burglarize the place through the basement. So he's going up the stairs to the basement. He's like, I'm stuck. And he just steps on the nail. This is what happens when he steps on the nail. He's just like... I can't do the scream as good as Daniel Stern did it, but he does a very good scream. And just wait till you see Home Alone 2 when he's like at the radiator or something and trying to turn it up and shit. He screams like a little girl. It is hilarious. And then Joe Pesci takes like a blowtorch to the top of his head and has to go outside into the snow and put his head in the snow and stop the fire. But there's one thing that this movie taught us. If there is a fire in your house, go get some snow. Throw some snow on the fire. And enough about the booby traps. You'll see it if you haven't seen the movie, which is shame on you if you haven't. Not only are the booby traps good, but the supporting characters in this movie are really good. For instance, John Candy makes a cameo in this movie. It's actually more of like a prominent role than a cameo. He helps Kevin's mother get back to Chicago. And come on, guys, you have to love John Candy. If you don't love John Candy, there is something insane. Because the fact is, John Candy is not a man. He is a Mog. Half man, half dog. And he's his own best friend. His name is not John Candy. It is Barf. So yeah, John Candy, a.k.a. Barf, is in this movie. John Hurd, who plays Kevin McAllister's father, he is really good too. And the creepy guy. I don't know what he is in, but you know, the guy that Buzz says is like really evil and like tortures people and like kills people. Yeah, that guy. This is why we have Christmas movies, and this is why I was saying this is kind of what the spirit of Christmas is all about. This guy is kind of like a down on his luck, elderly type of guy. The movie kind of makes it out to be that he is like a villain, but he ends up being a really nice guy, and the fact is that he doesn't spend Christmas with his family because he and his son had a falling out years before, and he doesn't talk to his son, and his son doesn't talk to him. And then Kevin's in church, and he sees the guy at church. The guy sits with him, and Kevin's like, oh yeah, you're not so scary. And Kevin's like, well, why don't you call your son? That is what Christmas is all about. And another thing I want to talk about is that half the situations, even before all the booby trap shit that happens at the end of this movie with Harry and Marv, half the shit that happens in this movie, half of the situations this 8-year-old Kevin McAllister is put through is totally unbelievable. But it works well because it is written well. It's funny, it's smart, it's clever. For an 8-year-old kid, it is clever. Macaulay Culkin kills it as Kevin. He's hilarious, just proves how smart 8-year-olds can be. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern are really good as the Wet Bandits. Harry and Marv just proves how stupid burglars can be. The supporting cast is really good. They do their due diligence. The guy that you thought was going to be this crazy guy ends up being a really nice guy. The humor and the seriousness are well mixed. The booby traps at the end are the best part of the movie. They are hilarious. They are done really well. The acting, the writing, the directing is really done to a T in this movie. Home Alone captures the spirit of Christmas in the best way possible. Guys, Home Alone is not only a good family Christmas movie, it is a good movie, period. Home Alone, in fact, I believe Home Alone is excelente. Home Alone is the movie I think about when it comes time to Christmas. Like I said, Home Alone is not only a good Christmas movie, because you know Christmas movies are good, but they're not necessarily good movies. Home Alone is both. It's a good Christmas movie, and it's a good movie altogether. Definitely my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I think this is one that future generations will end up watching, and this is one that our generation, even though it came out in 1990 and I was 1994, still watch it to this day and still get amused by it. So yeah, I definitely remember it. I think if we show it to our kids, future generations will too. So yeah, that means spread the word. Alright guys, so have you seen Home Alone? Have you seen all the Home Alones? Which Home Alone was your favorite? If you tell me Home Alone 4 or Home Alone 5 is your favorite, please do not tell me that. That is saddening. That is sickening. It breaks my heart if you think Home Alone 4 is the best. If you think Home Alone 4 Taking Back the House is the best Home Alone movie, yeah, you're immediately blocked. Sorry, that's just the way the cookie dances. I'm sorry. Because Home Alone 4 is like the Batman and Robin of the Home Alone series. Home Alone 3 is like the Batman Forever of the Home Alone series. Have yet to see Home Alone 5, but I don't give a shit about Home Alone 5. That movie is gonna blow. I know, it came out 2 years ago, but I'm still never gonna watch it. I'm still scarred from childhood from watching Home Alone 4, because what the hell was that movie? Alright, that's enough rambling on about the other Home Alone movies, because we're here to talk about the first Home Alone movie, so I want some feedback, whatever. If you have seen Home Alone, if you have seen the sequels to Home Alone, which Home Alone is your favorite? I want to know if you have seen them, which one is your favorite, so drop me a comment in the comments section below. And for more reviews on movies, music, video games, and TV shows, hit that big red button, you know, on YouTube that says subscribe. I'll be happy.
Who is it? It's me, Snakes. I got the stuff. Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here. All right, Johnny. But what about my money? What money? AC said you had some dough for me. That is fair. How much do I owe you? AC said 10%. Too bad AC ain't in charge no more. What do you mean?
Guys, I'm eating junk and watching movies.
Yeah.
You better come out and stop me.
He'll call you when he gets out. Hey, I tell you what I'm going to give you, Snakes. I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good Keishner off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. All right, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm going. 1, 2, 10. Keep the change, you filthy animal.